Good evening, my name is Kyle Collier, and this is my homework 6 for the control ALU without feedback. So if we go to Model Sim, we first go to the first thing I created, which was the ALU, and the operation that I chose to use was adding it, subtracting it, ANDing it, and or I established my inputs of A and B as well as my select signals, and then my out was the result. Then I go to my finite state machine, and because it was without feedback, I was able to just code it as normal. So once you set the reset signal to high, and then it said the clock does have an event, you're now able to go into when it's in 0 state, state 1, state 2, and state 3. And then if it was in anything else, it would return back to 0. So my top level kind of brought in the ALU as well as the FSM that would allow them to communicate with each other. I had to instantiate my ALU and the FSM. So right here, we mapped the A to the A of the ALU to the input A of the top level. Same thing with the FSM. We mapped it to the input clock of the FSM to the top level. And then if we go into the test bench, essentially during the test bench is where I started the clock, and then created what I wanted my A and B to represent after a certain number of seconds had went by. Now, if we simulate this is my simulation right here. So when I ran it, that first section was just to get the clock and the reset going. And then you see, as I mentioned, the first one, the first operation was to add it. Second was subtract it. This section over here was to AND. And this section right here was OR.